Hi, Stephen White, Steve Arts 89. I thought I was done with the Comic Con videos and news from that, but I forgot all about Discovery. Um, Now, unfortunately, the rumors of Star Trek Discovery's death were greatly exaggerated. Now, Netflix walked away and they went to Amazon for Picard, but Netflix apparently didn't want to pay for season three because, well, they got screwed. The first time they were promised a canon Star Trek series, they didn't get it. They were promised a show that would fit in with, just slot into their roster of Star Trek shows that people like me watch and live on, and it'd just be a part of the family, and it's not. So they weren't happy, and they walked, and but they couldn't get out of it. I don't know if they couldn't get out of it and they still have to pay for it, or if CBS just decided to grin and bear it and pay for the whole thing, the whole show themselves, to save face and just keep it going, because they do need it for the streaming service. And that's what they're making it for. They're not making it for merchandise or for the fans. They're just making it for the streaming service, for the idea that extra content. They need the content basically. So part of me is like, I really thought it was over. I thought they're not going to pay for it themselves. If they can't get anyone else to back it, if they can't get Netflix to keep paying for it, they're just going to back out because they're not going to lose money on it themselves. But they do need it for the streaming service, so it is happening. So, but the good thing is they have shifted showrunners again, and Kurtzman is in a more ceremonial position now. So it may actually not be as bad. And because they're now out of a period timepiece of Pike's era, they can't really fuck anything up. I mean, not really, because they're in a time period that's never been explored or seen in Star Trek, and that was the point of moving it, was so they were free to do whatever they want and not have people say, well, that didn't look like that. That shouldn't be like that. That character wouldn't do that. They can create new characters. They can. That's what either create a new series in a totally new environment where you're free to do whatever you want, or put it in an established timeline and stick to that and be loyal to it, and respect that and what the fans want. One or the other. They tried to do both. They tried to get the old fans and still do something totally different that wasn't Star Trek. Well, now they're free to do whatever they want for it. So there's a creative thing there, and just I'm kind of trying to be optimistic because it could be okay with them out of all those restrictions, and with different people running it and learning some lessons from the past. It could be better, and that's what I'm hoping. So there's not much news though. I mean, God, I've got a couple of notes taken about that big on my page there. The premiere was shot in Iceland, and basically, not too surprisingly, they didn't end up where they thought they would. Now, hopefully, they've ended up way out of Federation space, because if they just go and depict the Federation in the future, they're just going to create a whole bunch of new problems and erase the current future of Star Trek, the future of our future of Star Trek, by showing in the future that it's dead and destroyed, and it's just a nihilistic, post-apocalyptic, post-Federation thing. If they do that, they're just... I have a feeling they want to do that because they want to kill Star Trek on some unconscious... they seem to want to destroy it. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did that, but I'm feeling they're just going to put it in a totally new area, haven't been in, with new people, new time, and they can just make it up as they go along. They don't have to worry. So it does look interesting. The environments, I mean, a lot of people have shot there, so it's not unique in that we have seen it used before, but it does look beautiful. What else? There's really nothing else. Just it's back. Part of me wishes it had died. I wish they'd just gone into that black hole and we just never saw them again. We never knew what happened. It would have been an interesting mystery. It would have been like, what happened to the Discovery? Where are they? It could have been, and people could have speculated and done fan fiction and novels and stuff, and it would have been kind of interesting to have this ship that just disappeared, like a Bermuda Triangle sort of mystery. What happened to it? I think that would have been more interesting than some of the things they're probably going to do. They're probably going to bring it back into the Federation, probably going to bring it back somehow and just undo everything they did by getting rid of it. and getting it into the future. I hope they don't do that. But yes, I had to make a video about that because it's back. It's not just renewed, because they renewed it, but renewed doesn't mean they've got the money to actually make it and have it happen. There's a few shows that have been renewed and didn't get made because they couldn't get the actual financial backing, and they didn't. It doesn't look like they're, unless there is talk that Netflix couldn't get out of. They'd agreed to pay for so many years, and if they cancelled early, they'd have to pay them out for, because them paying for it each year was supposed to have covered some of the expenses for the sets and the production, all that was supposed to be spread over a certain years of run, like 5 years or something. So if they pulled out early, they would have to pay for that. So they couldn't get out without paying. So maybe they thought, in for a penny, in for a pound, we may as well just stay, pay the minimum we can, and try and get something out of it. Because if they improve the show, I will watch it. I mean, I'm gonna hate watch it anyway to see what it's like, and just to give it a chance in case they improve it. If they improve it and it's worth watching, I'll watch it and I will promote it and I will say it's good if it's good. Most people will. Some people just seem to want to hate no matter what, and they won't give it any chance. I watched every episode hoping nothing would go wrong, nothing would be so bad that, I face palmed and yelled at the screen. But I don't think there was an episode that didn't have a problem. And some were huge, others were not that big. You can sort of enjoy the episode and just go, ugh, want more intelligent writing. I don't want simple mistakes. But not as bad as some other episodes where I literally was just like, I can't believe they've done that. So, okay. Season 3 is coming. Can't be as bad as season 1. But it can't be as good as season 2, I'm just realising, because there's no Pike, there's no Enterprise, there's no Number 1, there's no Spock. But there is a rumour that they will be getting their own series. I think it's just a matter of scheduling it in. I don't see why they wouldn't. They've got the sets, got the actors. They come back for the short treks, so they obviously are not opposed to going back to those characters. They would have done more than a year. They were contracted to a year, but that wasn't them stipulating it or wanting out in a year. They're not Doctor Who actors who seem to just want to do a year and run. So that could happen. Looks like we're going to get a Pike series. We're certainly getting 3 Pike era Enterprise short treks, and the other one is going to be the live action one. The other one is going to be a Picard prequel-y, sort of establishing some of the characters or something. And then the animated one's probably 1 for each. They're doing 6 altogether, so probably 1 for each of the animated shows, sort of like a little reel or something. But I'm going to try and be optimistic. It can't be as bad as season 1, but it can't be as good as season 2. But we may get Pike's series, so I guess just got to sit and grin and bear it and see what happens, and try and be positive about it and get the most out of it. That's my goal going forward with Discovery, to get something out of it, and not be a hater, because I just don't want to. So thanks for watching. Please like, share, comment, especially comment, because I go to other people's videos sometimes just to read the comments, see what other people think. Yep. Thanks. Bye.